Stevie Knight called out Abba and Preach and got exposed instead. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Let's see what it's hitting for.
We're doing another Stevie Knight video, and I know that half of you are like,
I could care less. I could care less about
Stevie Knight. He has a titled video called Damn, Is ABBA Fake?
I cannot say that I saw this coming. ABBA ain't no stranger to doing the extra, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna just summarize this first point, but I'll link the video below so you guys can go watch it. For those of you who didn't watch the debate, consider yourselves lucky. Here's a recap.
I feel like it felt like I feel like do you feel like I feel like I could care less about why you feel the way you feel. I'm not a fucking machine.
They need to be controlled. They need to be decapitated
To feel heard. I feel like everybody's gonna feel differently. There is emotion tied to it, bro. I'm a human being. Some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is. It's so logically.
It is what it is. This nigga here made himself look like a fool boy.
It is what it is. Oh, that's cap.
That's cap? Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google it. Somebody Google it in the chat.
I don't even need to look up the stat.
Every motherfucker engaged in evil could burn.
During our debate, there was a discussion about school, food lunches, starvation, food insecurity. Stevie and Kirk were constantly making this point that like kids are not starving, so we don't need these free lunches in school. There's other ways for the kids to get food. Okay, that's pretty much the general gist of it. I try to explain that like not everyone has good parents. Food stamps are not always accessible. 7-year-old can't apply for food stamps. Steve's like, listen, it's not a real problem. Kids are not emaciated, dying on the side of the street. And he harps on the fact that during the debate, Stevie himself was talking about starvation, like third world starvation, like kids, skinny bones, big belly, dying, you know?
Dog, this isn't fucking... People, it's not a famish going on. People are not dying because...
No, they're not dying, but...
Famish.
I was talking about that. You were talking about a different problem that's less serious. And it's kind of disingenuous of you, Abba, to misrepresent me.
We can't be switching words out now, man. Food insecurity is entirely different than starving. That was the question posed in that debate with Kirk.
Now, here's where I'll be accountable. Shouldn't have used the word starvation when I was talking there. Even though us in colloquial terms, like, yo, I'm starving today, I need to eat. In a discussion, you should define terms. That's my fault.
You also give yourself a 3 out of 10.
For the debate performance?
Yes.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. What I don't like is this very bad faith interpretation on his behalf. When him and Kirk argue against school lunches, them talking about starvation, these programs were never implemented to stop famine. They were not put in place so that kids were about to die on the side of the street and like, hey, here's a little sandwich at lunchtime. They were put in place to combat malnutrition because a lot of folks who didn't have access to food would show up, not eat, and their performance levels at school were bad. They couldn't pay attention. That's what the program's about. I personally think it's incredibly bad faith to come to a debate about a topic, about a policy, and argue against something that's never intended for. And throughout the debate with him too, I mentioned it. If you just Google it, it's like so many kids today here in America, you could look it up the statistics, that have malnutrition, that have food scarcity, that have all these problems. It stunts their growth. It fucks them up in terms of their academic success. If we were talking about kids dying on the side of the street, why the would I be talking about the fact that they won't get a good grade, and who cares? If we were talking about something that was terminal, I think I'd probably be like, how do we save these kids from dying?
I understand what you're trying to say. What I don't understand is why the f are we debating school lunches?
Sure.
Like you're trying to make
ain't lying.
a point about, F them kids.
You know, you're shitty parents. I get it, dog. This life is fucking hard, dog. And
Life is
some
hard.
Children are born in fucked up circumstances,
So
bro.
if the kid's life is hard, right? Whether his parents pay taxes or not, he gets to go to school and gets no meal at all. It's the like Preach said, bro. Why is this even a fucking debate, bro?
It is what it is.
Yeah, but
No school lunches. What? Why do you go against that?
I know.
That's the debate.
Y'all don't want to give that to kids, but prisoners get it, military members get it, a whole bunch of different adults get it.
Ooh.
Also, aren't we a first world country? Like,
How about that?
just because we're not dealing with third world country problems, don't we solve them all the time? It's like saying, yo, we don't need to make our roads better because we don't have dirt roads like third world country. Hey,
Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist.
A single child.
That's just not true.
We have a child
What
obesity
happened to
problem,
Meals
not
on
a child
Wheels? So Meals on Wheels don't exist no more? I think that's what it was called out here. I don't know where y'all from. They used to call it Meals on Wheels though. Not me.
That's just not true.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child.
That's it. Hold on.
Exist.
Hungry children suffer, period. And 11 million kids in America aren't getting the food they need. Child hunger facts and learn how they can help. So I guess he was trying to show like 11 million kids.
Not true.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like it has to be one or the other. You know, you could have rich and poor people, you could have educated people, and Stevie Knight. Both of those things can all coexist like that.
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what starving is.
That's not true, bro. What rock are you under, bro? The majority, bro. 90, what's the percentage of people struggling, my nigga? Even if you're middle class, you can still be fucking struggling, bro. Even if you're not technically middle class and you're upper class, tax bracket, you can still, it's all about financial literacy at the end of the day. But the point I'm saying is middle class people is still struggling. They still check the check because of rent, groceries, car payments, and you know that's kind of your own, you know, you signed up for that car payment, you know what I'm saying? Then nobody forced you to get that car payment, so I understand, but still car prices is high, you know, so that payment can be high. You know, a lot of people are struggling. Then you talk about about having kids. People struggling. How many single mothers is out here? You know what I'm saying?
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what starving
Nigga
is,
made
man.
that shit up.
You know, I see what he's doing here. He's playing semantics and moving the goalposts with this conversation, bro.
I love how you accuse me of playing semantics.
That's what
He
doing.
spent 13 minutes talking about starvation versus food insecurity and not getting enough meals.
That's comedy gold right there.
Starvation versus food insecurity. What difference does it fucking make, bro? Definition. You want to be that specific, bro? Really?
Talk like that about kids
Why is
not
this a
having
debate?
access to food. Is it any wonder why people think you guys are monsters?
Bruh, here we go, bro. He taking me out of context again. See, I ain't shit.
Taking me out of
He ain't
context.
shit.
Every time someone's too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taking out
And then nigga said he was taking Charlie Kirk out of context. Come on now.
of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate.
Right.
Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade, you'd be able to read, speak, and think past a 4th grade level. Maybe. I think you needed them school lunches, Stevie. I was taken out of context. After a while, is it people taking you out of context or you don't know how to communicate? I'm just asking. The thing you're going to know, he's a big time fence sitter. He just won't take a stance. The whole thing is like, I don't care. I ain't pro-life. I ain't pro-choice. I don't care if the kids get the food, but I'm a capitalist. I'm against government handouts. I don't want the government to come save the world. But I don't care if they pass a program. If it happens, it happens. It's like probably anti-abortion.
See, I get on here, bro. Everything I do is freestyle. I'm basically live, bro. And I know what was I about to say. See, there goes my problem right there. I'm self-aware of it, though. This guy here is just an actual dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not the best at explaining shit. And he may not be neither. But Stevie Knight, bro, is a literal dumbass. I ain't gonna lie. Just retarded.
I ain't pro-choice. I don't care if the kids get the food, but I'm a capitalist. I'm against government handouts. I don't want the government to come save the world. But I don't care if they pass a program. If it happens, it happens. It's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I'm not.
And that's my thing. He could care less. Why are you even debating? Why are you even... You're defending this point, but you care nothing about it. You're just saying. I just be making videos. I just be making but this nigga worse than me. If I got problems, this nigga is 10 times worse than you know what I'm saying?
They pass a program. They have
Nigga's
it.
bad.
It's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less.
He
I'm
could
not pro.
care
I'm not
less.
anti. I respect
He
this. I
doesn't
don't
even
agree
care.
with it.
But you want the government to get involved and stop abortion.
I already don't be caring about shit I be reacting to half the damn time. Be knowing jack shit, but this nigga right here is bad.
Less. I'm not pro. I'm not anti. I respect this. I don't agree with it.
But you want the government to get involved and stop abortions.
I never said I don't give a fuck about what
He
anybody
doesn't
does with
care
abortion.
what they do.
But did you say it's a bigger problem?
He's not in it.
Yeah, I said it's a bigger problem, but I didn't give a solution to it. I know it's a problem. I never said what
He
I'm
has
doing.
no
I could
solution.
care less. Like it is what it is, dog. This life is fucking hard, dog, and some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro.
You want this?
I never said want. I said
This man is crazy.
these resources are available to them.
But that's what your solution is, right? You're
That's
fine.
not my solution.
Bro, what is your opinion? I don't have any solutions, bro. I'm not saying what my solution is. I'm
Right,
saying
right.
this
That's what I'm
solution
saying.
This whole argument.
Nigga just
Like,
talking.
I genuinely, guys, maybe I needed the school lunches.
Them niggas just on here getting asses revenue, bro. Niggas just happen to have this shit, nigga.
I just don't get what this guy's
The
talking.
whole debate was just eye roll.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you with that, but I don't disagree with Kirk either.
Huh? I'm both anti-gun and pro-gun. You know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
just
I could
on
care
this
less,
bitch,
bro. I
just
could care
here.
less.
I don't know. I could care less. I could care less. I could care less.
Right.
I could care less about.
I'm like, you know what? I couldn't care less, right? Stevie, you deserve those school lunches. I'm sorry it wasn't given to you.
I could care less.
And here's the thing that's funny. Remember when he said he's not pro-choice or pro-life? But he refers to it as killing babies.
Abortions and food insecurity. Why are we comparing killed babies to babies that are alive?
You're probably anti-abortion, am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I respect his stance. I'm not pro. I'm not anti. I respect his stance. I don't agree.
So it's kind of hard to see what side he's on if he's not pro or anti. So like, I'm just confused.
Care less. I respect his stance. I'm not pro. I'm not.
Because what would you argue is worse? Killing a baby that you know you can't take care of, or letting that baby be born because you don't believe in abortion and that child is out here just about to die of hunger. You can't take care of him. You can't watch after him. Which you shouldn't even be. It happens, bro. Y'all need to have some account. Abortion is not the way to go, bro. You don't just run and, oh, I can't take care of the kids, so abort them. That's not what I'm saying, bro. But what do you want to argue is worse, though? I mean, you can sit here and debate about shit all day, every day.
I'm not anti. I respect his stance. I don't agree with it, of course.
Killed babies.
I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
What? You couldn't care less about what they do with abortion, but you also think that they're killing babies. Do you guys understand how much of a fence sitter and sociopathic person you have to be to really have that worldview? I really think that, yeah, I think abortion is more.
The problem with Stevie Knight is his audience is white. He has to pander towards that. And he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. He's just trying to make some money. He just wants to be cool, get some YouTube dollars, and, you know, have clout. He don't really give a fuck about that shit, bro. Just call it what it is. Shit.
I think person you have to be to really have that worldview. I really think that, yeah, I think abortion is murder. But
I could care less.
Like the pro-choice people don't think the fetus is a child. That's why they're justified in their position.
Yeah.
And the pro-life people think it is. So that's he's saying it is a baby, and I don't care if they die. But he did a more recent video, one that you haven't seen. Because he got a lot of backlash after he put out this video. His own fans were turning on him like, yo, Stevie, you were bugging. You were being hyper emotional.
Oh no, the
comment section was
comments was
flaming him. Titled, Am I Sellout to Black People?
Bootlicker, coon, coconut, sellout. As of this whole Kirk situation, bro, these labels have been flying at your boy. Black man with more of a conservative take.
Nigga got his hair this short and ain't got not one wavelength. Nigga, you just got short hair, nigga.
On things like
Shit ain't brushed or nothing, nigga.
thinking black people need to be a monolith. Like all black people need to look the same and feel the same and view things the same.
Sure, but that's not the case right now. That's not the reason why. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what's happening.
Black man with more of a conservative take, black culture is going to despise.
This idea that black folks are somehow incredibly liberal, and that's not true. A lot of social issues relating to transness, gay marriage. There's no group that's more against it than black folks in the USA. The highest religious group in the USA is also black folks by percentage. I think people believe that either because they're never around black folks or know nothing about them. They think that how people vote maps on one-to-one with what their values are, and that's just not true.
Regardless of what it is that I'm saying, for people to view me and judge me on what I'm saying based on my skin tone.
They call you a sellout because of the kind of shit you produce. You're not even presenting their arguments of why they think you're a sellout. I want you guys to go to his channel, Night Talk. Go to the search button. Not my feelings. Facts. Search the word black. See how many videos this guy makes shitting on black people and black culture. Now, I did take the time to click on a lot of these videos just to make sure, but let's look at some of these titles. I hate black people. And he agrees with them for a lot of the video. Black people are sick of black people. Dear black people, you suck. Black men don't date black women. Black people don't want to hear this. Only weak black men date white women. You know, shout out to you because he's dating a white woman. He's got a complex. He's a little bit, insecure about that. He does get comments though, so I get it. Black Lives Matter 2.0? I hate black women. Black people have to stop being victims. She told white people to stay out of the Black Panther. Okay, so it's still critiquing a black person on behalf of white people. This makes black women look so bad. And you gotta appreciate the hypocrisy. They'll be like, oh my God, these people think about race way too much. And they make that much amount of content about black people. Now flip it. Put in the word white. You will not find a single video. Even though there's mass shootings, even though just recently there was a guy who ran up on that church and blasted a bunch of people, a MAGA guy, he hasn't covered it. Will he ever talk about any of these topics that plague certain communities? No. Now, you might say, but asymmetry is not necessarily a bad thing. And I agree. Sometimes you might have an asymmetry in the kind of things you make because you have more proximity to something. Fair. Do you do so in a nuanced way? Other communities have this, that. No, you don't contextualize it. You just be like, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. And then let's go to your audience. Why are they there? Why do you have so many people being like, fuck yeah, Stevie, you're based? Stevie tried one time. Stevie made a video about Nick Fuentes talking crazy about black folks.
So I guess Nick Fuentes, he's on another racist tangent. But with that, I'm in agreement with a lot of things that he said outside of the generalization of black folk, because your boy got some ghetto fatigue.
That video is one of his most disliked videos. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't talked about the criticism he got in that video. He hasn't talked about the backlash. He didn't make a follow-up on that one. His audience was shitting on him en masse. Why? Because they're like, yo, Nick Fuentes is based. He's right about what he's saying. You don't have to believe me. Go look at Night Talk channel and see the kind of content he produces. And then you come tell me why people might think you a sellout. Maybe they don't want you to manufacture a narrative that only the black community seems to have problems, because that's all you ever talk about. That's something that's always interesting to me, is like black conservatives will often get very defensive when they get called out on stuff. But it's like, sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about what you don't say. It's a lack of fairness. Imagine being in a family, you and your siblings all cause problems, and your parent only comes after you to scold you. At some point, you'd be like, shit, I know I'm fucking up, but like, bro and sis fucking up too. He might lie now, he might say, oh, disproportionate. Like, yo, there's some crimes that even when you go proportionate, white people commit more. If you want to look at political violence, which you've seen some crimes that even...
We next up.
When you go proportionate, white people commit more. If you want to look at political violence, which you seem to care so much about since you made 20 videos on your daddy Kirk, that's almost exclusively white men. But if I'm wrong, Stevie, prove it. Why don't you spend the next year covering the other stuff? Let's see how well your channel going through. Let's see them dislikes. Let's see how your audience that you think are there for you and not because you're a bootlicker, let's see how long they last. And if I'm wrong, you know what up, Stevie? I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll give you 50 grand. If you spend a year doing that kind of content, because there's evil, right? It's about evil.
It should be a good versus evil thing.
I'll put 50 grand in escrow and I'll watch. And you show me the analytics. You show me the audience you cultivated. I don't want to talk about feelings. I want to see facts.
The thing that happened is that you probably just found the reason why he's fan sitting, because he doesn't want to necessarily upset the black, and he also doesn't necessarily want to upset the whites. So he's like, man, me no say, bro, I don't know. What you think? That's what it is. And now he's getting the flag, and he's saying that it's really black people shitting on him. But I've seen in the comments, it's not just black people.
Absolutely.
It's people that even agree with Kirk. Mm-hmm. It's even people that agree with Kirk and was like, yo, I agree with Kirk, but you're crazy on that debate. Because no matter what side you are, yo, not caring about kids is evil. And you should receive whatever you're supposed to receive because you're evil, right? Anyways, your words. Never mind.
Every motherfucker engaged in evil can burn. It is war because ain't no talk.
And they play the clip.
Talking to them, and nothing you say to them. They need to be controlled. They need to be exiled, decapitated, whatever your cup of tea is, bro. There's no talking, bro.
It's like you are the extremist. You don't see yourself that way because everyone thinks they're the good and moral one. And Stevie thinks this is personal. Oh, it's not that I hate you. I don't give a fuck about you. But we as content creators have influence. And I'm just so sick of content creators and all this like, yo, get your money, bro. Get your bag. Yeah, you know what? I'd probably make a couple extra meals just grifting too. I think it's okay to have higher standards of people who make this kind of money. But maybe I'm just virtue signaling. Moral high ground. I don't even know how it's moral high ground. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas grew up on. I grew up on like superhero shows and like basic shit like Great Responsibility. Is that moral high ground? Was Uncle Ben?
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Is Uncle Ben moral high ground? Well, I have a moral high ground. Why? Because I think a kid who don't have a meal should have a lunch? Oh, you just appeal to emotion. Y'all realize that if Jesus existed today and met some of these people in the comment section, he'd be like, let the children first be fed. They need not go away. You give them something to eat. Appeal to emotions. You're just trying to manipulate us into paying for welfare. No. I'm saying that children first should be fed. Why are you, as one of my followers, disagreeing with that? Stop taking me out of context. You're manufacturing a narrative. And I could care less. I could care less. And also the audience, you guys should demand more. This whole like, yo, get your buddy, bro, get your bag. When he's advocating for shit that harms so many people.
That's against you and that's harms people?
Yeah, you know, oh yeah, get your bag. I hate the fact that now as a society, all we worship is money.
Yes.
I know. There you go, that's my little rant.
That's a good rant.
It's
a good rant.
Oh, that's cap.
That's cap? Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google. Somebody Google it in the chat.
Google. Facts?
No, I don't have to do that. I just know. Oh, okay, you think you know everything. When people just know and they don't have to Google, they don't have to check the facts, guess what? There's no talking to them. They don't have to check the facts. Oh, I know. How? I just know. How am I going to debate that?
Right.
How am I going to go against, how am I going to talk to you with common sense? Like, oh yeah, look at this fact, I'm not looking, and I'm presenting you the facts.
But people are going to believe what they want to believe. People are going to hear what they want to hear. Once people have it made up in their mind of how you are, how whomever is, there's nothing you can tell them or show them to make them feel otherwise. One of the most difficult things to do is to change somebody's mind on anything, right? Even if you give them facts. Give them facts to change their mind, bro. But them facts ain't facting because I feel strongly about whatever this is, right? Which also is an indication of stupidity, right? Low intelligence, where you are given information that contradicts your information, which should make you feel differently, man. But when you so emotionally attached to this, regardless of what anybody says, it don't matter.
Isn't Stevie describing himself?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't even need to look up the steps.
Hey, man, that man Cook right there, man. They on his helmet like a chin strap, nigga. Hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the 9.